Hello again, my fellow VR gamers. I am back with 10 more indie VR games for you to play in 2023. Since uploading my top 20 video back in January, I've played so many great games that I just had to bring you another list. I'm still playing through some of these titles and you can check out my progress on the playlist link below. As always, please leave a comment to which game you'd like to play and why for a chance to win a copy of one of the 9 games in this list. One of them is actually not out yet, so I can't offer you a key. The lucky winners will be announced on the 1st of March 2023 as a reply to your comment. A couple of these games are pre-2023, but I had to include them just in case you did miss them. You can find all of the links to these games and the demos in the description down below. Okay, let's get started with puzzle games. Isle of Pan really did surprise me. It's one of the best games that I've played so far this year. It's basically Pokemon Snap in VR with a psychedelic twist. You visit the island armed with a trusty camera, tasked with snapping different wildlife and points of interest. It isn't long before you realise all is not what it seems, and you get sent to other twisted dimensions and come across some crazy fantasy creatures and creations. There are over 100 creatures to find and 12 portals to unlock. I really did love streaming this game, and so did my community. You can check out my review in the description. Zephyrus Prelude is set in a world of wizards, witches and strange mysterious creatures. You traverse through dungeons, solving various pieces of puzzles, choose to be a mage or a witch and use out of the box thinking in order to progress through the 3 different worlds. Don't be fooled by the art style of this game. It's surprisingly fun with immersive sound and music. There's an all new combat mode, maps, magic and puzzles currently in the works. This budget VR title is great for the whole family. Land of Towers is a visually stunning puzzle crafting game set in a medieval world. You find yourself in picturesque locations and it's a very relaxing, chilled out game. Puzzles are solved using your attention to detail and lateral thinking. Simple tasks like building ladders have never been so immersive. It also contains one of the best smithing experiences that I've ever had in VR. At the time of making this video, there is teleportation and snap turn only, with smoother locomotion coming in the next patch. If you put Resident Evil 1, Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider and Castlevania all into a blender, you would come out with the Dark Method. You play as Dr. Dark, sent deep into the 11th dimension on a unique story-driven adventure. There are plenty of secret rooms, tombs, chambers and caves to uncover on your journey through this action-packed fantasy world. I had an absolute blast solving some brilliantly crafted Tomb Raider-esque puzzles while taking on the undead army. I really like the visuals in this game, especially the mansion-type areas and traversing through the mountain paths. Now for some simulation games. The David Slade Mysteries Case Files is a hardcore forensics expert sim. You visit crime scenes armed with your trusty forensics case and gun. Using your detective skills, you gather evidence and slowly uncover the secrets of the grisly crime scenes. This title does not hold your hand. You just need to remember your training and go through each methodical step of gathering and submitting evidence. All of the answers are right in front of you, and you really need to think outside of the box to solve some of the puzzles. Virtual Hunter is a realistic hunting simulator with the best sniping mechanics that I've experienced in VR. In this title, you play the hunter, exploring an awesome looking open world, stalking and hunting for animals like deer, rabbits and wild boar. This is so realistic that even if you approach the animals with the wrong wind direction, they will be alerted to your presence. You really do need to be in stealth mode by creeping around and avoid doing things like walking into bushes or snapping branches, otherwise they will detect you. When sniping, you need to measure the wind speed and adjust your zeroing before taking your shot. The recurve burn mechanics are very realistic and hard to master. For all of you completionists out there, I challenge you to hunt down all of the best animals and fill up your trophy room. Tinker Pilot has not been officially released yet, but you can grab it on itch.io or Patreon to gain alpha access. The copy of this that I have to give away is in alpha state, so please do bear that in mind. This is an ultra immersive space flight simulator with a fully movable, customizable cockpit. This game is set in a realistic physics-based environment from space stations to alien worlds. It supports a ton of HOTAS peripherals, hand tracking and motion controllers. It currently contains multiple missions and challenges for you to sink your teeth into. One of the highlights of this game was launching the drone and then waving to myself. Something so simple has never been so immersive. Now for some miscellaneous titles. The Live and Remain is a fully fleshed out zombie shooter with a story mode and some brilliantly detailed environments. Gear up, fight and survive the horde of undead using an arsenal of weapons in a story-driven campaign spanning multiple locations. While on your journey, you need to search for and collect filaments. You then need to upgrade your weapons using a 3D printer, which is similar to the resin in Half-Life Alyx. This has one of my favourite shotguns in VR. You can upgrade it to become an absolute zombie slaying beast. You can even blow holes into the zombies' heads and see right through them. Playing through the campaign was so much fun, I really didn't want it to end. Time Titans is a great way to scratch that super hot fix. This game has not been released yet, but the devs did give me the opportunity to be the first person outside of the studio to play the game and stream it. You can slow down time, shoot, punch and slice through enemies in this super fun slow motion shooter. The moments where you chain together multiple kills while curling into a pretzel are super satisfying, and it can also be a bit of a workout. With an addictive gameplay loop and various types of weapons, you can lose yourself for hours and hours in the simulated world. The planned release is for Q1 in 2023, so go and add it to your wishlist now. Last but not least, we have a great multiplayer experience for you. Rival Rides is as close as you're going to get to Mario Party in VR. This has been entirely handcrafted by the developers, from the music, the worlds, the weapons, and my favourite, the unlockable skins. As of making this video, there are currently 4 mini-games. Earthland is a wacky minecart ride where you shoot and sabotage your opponents. In Haunted Land, you and your friends on a ghost ride, using multiple weapons to shoot down different enemy types. Cosmic Land has you floating around in a big dome whilst playing a game of laser tag. Just to add a slight twist, there is a serpent boss that you all need to fight together. And finally, my favourite, Food Court, where you have to prepare food and serve customers, all while your opponents are trying to sabotage your progress. As you play the game, you will gain points which you can use to unlock some of the best looking, funniest skins that I've ever seen in a game. And there you have it, there's 10 more Indie VR hidden gems for you to play in 2023. What games piqued your interest and why? Let me know down in the comments for a chance to win a copy. Please do remember that Time Titans is not part of the giveaway. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can join us on a journey to find those Indie VR hidden gems. If you haven't done so already, please check out my top 20 Indie VR games list for 2023 that are released last month. If you look at the top right hand corner of the screen, you can click on it right now. Thanks for watching.